Hi Milo. It's very uh, it's very distressing because I don't like this. My screen dying on me and everything is non-responsive. So I'm going to tell you guys first off. Hi Mark. That if it dies again, I'm going to call it a night because I'm actually really tired. I was back. I came back on Sunday morning, 4:30 a.m. Right, grab a couple of hours sleep. Yeah. Well, in short, my guitar that I brought up, this one. Or maybe I should wait for the rest of it, guys. Well, I brought this up and it's really good. I'm really satisfied, 100% satisfied with this guitar. In terms of performance, when I was like playing on stage and everything, everything is stable, tuning stays and everything. Unfortunately, I broke the E string during one of the rehearsal, and I didn't think nothing by it, and I didn't bring. I brought a couple of sets of strings, but no spare strings. So I have to like sacrifice a whole pack just for that E string. I restrung the guitar again just before the performance, and it could be a combination of adrenaline, excitement, you know. And on the last song, I had a guitar solo spot. I broke my E string again, and I had to like went back and look for a spare E string. I thought I had one, but I don't. I don't have it. So I got to like continue the rest of the song. This was the last song after all. Thank God. I have to continue the rest of the song on 5 string, just 5 strings, and yeah, it went down okay. But that got me thinking, like why I haven't broken my E string or any strings at all for the past 25 years. And I called Ray up from She, and I explained to him the problems I have, and he says, "Well, okay, you can rectify it for me, but in the meantime, because I'm gonna fly up the day after tomorrow, I'm leaving on Wednesday for another show, so I need to rectify this before I fly up." I went to my godson Wayne, and he told me about this exotic raw vintage saddles that he has, and he wouldn't mind passing it to me. I said okay, he'll install it for me. So this is the raw vintage that we're talking about. You see that? So this is a raw vintage from Exotic saddles. Yeah, really nice. But they only have it in silver. And he was telling me that his friend bought this from Japan. So there you go. So I have the bridge in black, but my saddles are in a nice silver, which I think is pretty cool. And the thing is about this raw vintage, it has raw vintage engraved on the saddles itself. So yeah. So according to him, he says that the tone will be different. You're gonna hear a little bit of a difference in the tone, and the strings won't break that easily because of the metallurgy, that is in the material of the saddles itself. This is actually bent steel, but the material that's been used is really hard, so it would not be so soft that when your string runs over, you cut the groove. That's what causes string breakage at the bridge or at the saddle. So I'm going to test this theory out this time when I bring this up on the show come Wednesday. And that's it. Basically, that's it. That's just what I want to share with you guys today. This guitar is really easy to play on stage. I have no problem with this. For the 100 minutes show that we did, plays like butter, sounds really great. Tremolo arm with this cutaway, rather this what you call it, this recess. Yeah, Wayne saw a clip of me playing, or rather heard a clip of me playing, and told me that you are abusing this Goto 510. You should be playing with a Floyd Rose, and I agree with him. I should be using a Floyd Rose, but I prefer a 510, and I prefer to abuse a 510, and it's nice. It's nice. I like it, except for the string breakage, which I do not like at all. No performing guitarist would ever love to have a string break mid solo. So I'm trying to rectify that problem once and for all, and hopefully this time round I don't have that problem with the string breaking. Yeah. Okay, shoot, questions if you have any. Hi Chris. Hi Gerardo. Hi Vox, sorry about that G string. Painful. Hi strumming and rolling. Now it says that my stream rate is slower than the recommended bit. What the heck is this? Ay. Nah. Network seems fine. Again, I want to tell you, if my screen die on me again, I'm going to call it a night. I'm actually very tired. I need to wake up early tomorrow, and then I'm flying off on Wednesday. So sorry for the technical breakdown. I got nothing to do with it. But I need to get this fixed, because sometimes the stream will just die on me midway. But to have it die on me twice tonight, Yeah, Timothy. Flying to China again. Yeah, to another state. There are a whole lot of states in China, so we're going state to state until the end of the year. But don't worry, I'll be free for the whole. I think I'll be free on the whole month of April. Yeah, so I'll fly again. This time to Malaysia on the 4th of May, and right after that I'm going off to another place in China, and then henceforth there are more dates being added as we speak, so I have no idea what the itinerary is like. But for the month of April, yeah, I'll be spending quite some time with you guys, so don't worry. I'm gonna have guitar reviews and same things, same thing that I do. And this guitar came in with just two springs. So for the whole duration of the rehearsal and the show itself, I decided to add an additional one, more or less a low tension, which I got from Wayne this evening. So now I have 3 springs. Okay. This is more suited to my style play because for two springs it's kind of rubbery. Like when you're bending strings, there's no tension fighting you back, and yeah, I just feel weird. So people ask me why I use 010s and not 0.9s. No, especially for an old man my age, I should be using lighter gauge. But I like my guitars to fight back. Like in this case, so that I can stay in tune better. With 0.9s, it would have the same effect as having two springs. You have the counterbalance where you bend, and then because there's not much tension on the spring side, you for me, I just feel funny. For those guys, who are fine with it, fine. To each his own. Whatever rocks your boat. But I like it. I like my strings to be. No backup guitars. Going bareback. Just one guitar. Really? They kicked in your own live stream. That's so bad of them. So I took this to Wayne this evening, like I said, to have the saddle fixed, the new exotic raw vintage. He took a look, played it, and he says this guitar is very well made. And I'm glad if he felt that way, because Wayne wouldn't lie to me. And and I agree with him. This guitar is really well made. Well, a couple of stuff that he felt could be better. So there will be a conversation that I might be having with Ray. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm pretty satisfied with this guitar. I want to thank everyone in Shi Guitar for actually putting the work into it. Oh, no perfect guitar is ever been made, but this is quite almost there, and I'm pretty amazed at Yeah, and this neck is a killer neck. Ray was telling me it already had battle scars on it. This guitar is already been dinged, right? Right. So, like I said, this guitar is. I told Ray to make this guitar for me as a gigging guitar, so I can bring it out on the road. And it already has some dings on the back of the neck, which is pretty painful, but can't be helped. Accidents do happen, and but it doesn't affect the playing. It's still good. This neck is really, really nice. A really nice neck. Apparently, this is one of the old necks that he has lying, and he just felt that this is really nice. So a really nice piece, and that's why he gave it to me. Um, but the ones that you guys are ordering will be just the same. The roasted maple neck. If you are ordering it, and I've been thinking about it, like this is like 1,300 USD for this guitar. Yeah, I think it's totally worth it. Yeah. Well, it's between you guys and Shui Guitar, so I'm gonna drop a line with Ray, especially for you, Milo, since you said that they don't answer emails, which is very rude. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, enjoying lunch with the spirited gem of. Open my drink. Oh man, you guys heard? You guys see this? This is not a product placement thing, but this is one of my favorite soft drinks of all time. I drank this when I was a young boy, until now. How you guys doing? Jack Ross Fusion and synthesizer. You're from North Carolina. Okay. Chris, how are you doing? Kelvin, did you ever do an official review of this guitar on that old live stream? Was brief. Yeah. The discount code is still up for it. Yeah. They're still up for it. Yeah, it's still happening. I haven't done I was planning to do it tomorrow, actually. So I'm not going to stay around too long because I need my beauty sleep. Yeah. I 1 week in China after so many years. I haven't been to China since before the COVID. Yeah, before COVID-19. So my last trip to China was 2017. Yeah, 17, or maybe earlier than that, 2016 or 2017. And I haven't been there since. So this time round, I was like, my eyes were open, like, wow. There were so many things happening in China, like new developments. Like I was sharing in some of my Facebook posts about how they were so advanced in so many ways. Like the airport is like crazy, big, huge, and so modern. The custom people are also courteous and so nice. They're authoritative, but at the same time they're friendly. They don't come off as arrogant. Not like one country that I visit, which I don't really like the custom at all. Some of you guys will probably know which country. In any case, there are so many things going on in that city, right? So this is Wuhan, and I would order stuff. Yeah, right? I was sharing in the Facebook post. I was trying to order a screwdriver for my spring adjustment. I didn't bring all my tools, which I regretted. So this time around, I'm gonna bring all my tools there. And I told my drummer about it, and he says, "Okay, just let me know what sort of size you want." And I told him about it, and he got it to me in my room at half an hour's time. In half an hour's time, that is really, really fast. So he ordered it online, got it delivered to the hotel. He passed it to my room in half an hour. What's the cost for that whole set of tools? Although yeah, it's a flimsy looking set of tools, 8 renminbi, which is like, good lord. US 80 cents, 70 cents. Crazy. And in a hotel itself, you see this tiny robot bots, droids or whatever, delivering food to the rooms. Crazy. And at the same time, I've seen like guys doing rather people enjoying life, um, and I've seen like groups of people dancing in the street, in public areas like parks and stuff like that. And it was so heartwarming because they were. I was talking to an old friend of mine over here. I forgot his his moniker is. Anyway, I was calling him yesterday and I was talking to him, and I was telling him like they were dancing like to Latin music. They were like square dancing and doing the waltz and cha cha and stuff like that. A whole lot of couples, young and old. It was really heartwarming to see these Chinese people love life. I've seen them with their kids. I've seen them with their parents. And yeah, it's a different feel altogether. Like I live in Singapore my whole life, and I've been to China countless of times, many years. I've seen how it evolved from the villages that I've been, where there's this strong community sense among neighbors and everything. And I've seen it happening right now in the city. And this is a big city, it's a really big city. And I'm going to travel all across China this year. So I'm going to see a whole lot more. And yeah, so I'm really excited. What do I didn't know there was a drink called Kickapoo. I knew of the Tenacious D sauce. No, you haven't seen this before? It's like a it says here citrus flavored carbonated drink. It's a mix of lemon and orange and mandarin. I don't know, but super killer. Yeah, a whole lot of sugar too. Let me see. Well, they conveniently. Oh, they did. It's like per serving 15.9 grams of total sugar. Not good, but on a hot day like today's hottest temperature is 36 degree in Singapore. So you guys figure it out in Fahrenheit, but it's hot today. It's really hot, and that's probably why I'm so tired anyway. Um, I didn't. Okay. Jeffrey, thank you. I will be talking to Ray himself, so it's okay. I would not want to say it out here in the stream. All right. You want Harley Benton to do? No, they're not very interested. If they're interested, they would have contacted me like way earlier. David, how are you? Flying visit. Have set off for rehearsal. Oh, cool. Nice. Have a great rehearsal. You have to give it a try, Jupiter. It's really nice. What happened to Dennis? Is Dennis here or he got caught in the old stream? Where's Owen Cracked? Is he here? Sponsor my own drink. Yeah, right. Oh, man. I wish they would sponsor me coffee. Yeah, man. I need a coffee right now. Well, the screen looks stable. It's not going to fail on me anytime now, I hope. Right? So, by God's grace, it would just stay on for the rest of the stream. Yeah, I don't think so, Yazin. I think he got lost in somewhere in the internet. Can someone fish that old fella out? So, oh yeah, David, I was supposed to be in the UK today. I was supposed to be in London today. So, me and my godson Caleb, we were planning to go and spend like maybe 10 or 12 days in London, or maybe in the UK somewhere, like other than London. And during a conversation, I found out that there was an additional show on the 29th, which is this coming show. So I couldn't make it, But he told me that, we'll try to arrange it in June or July. So we'll see. 20 degrees in New York? Wow, nice. Yeah, the place I'm going up for the next gig is around there. It's about 18, 21, so it's cool. It's nice. But the problem is in China right now there is this changing of weather, like from spring or rather from winter to spring. And it's where you get chills, I feel chills, even in my hotel room. I'll start to cough and sneeze at the same time, which is like ridiculous. I still have the cough here. It's getting better right now since it's really hot here. And maybe the heat is drying out my lungs. I don't know. Right. So this again is a set of vintage raw saddles from Exotic. Hi Javex, how are you? So you want to see the crowd? I'll show you what the crowd is like. You see this? Oh, right, there you go. So this is the cross section of the crowd. Eric is over here. Where's my finger? Well, Eric is over there, right? I'm somewhere behind him, I think. Now my leg is giving me, okay. And then there's another shot. All right. It's a beautiful venue, It's called the Han Show, HANSHOW. That's another shot of the crowd. All right, Rick. It ain't over till it's over. Don't worry, man. Another shot of the crowd again. That's me with Eric on the stage. All right. Again, me and him. I was doing a solo. All right. Let's see if I can do this. Another one. Me saying thank you to the crowd. My rock star shot. There's Eric with his Shawn Mendes, his Martin Shawn Mendes. There's me with the lovely Kim backstage. There's Eric on stage. Yeah, that's about it. I tried to compile all this into a short video so you guys can see this. Okay. Oh my good lord, what's happening here? 1 week away and this whole room is like going bonkers. Okay, where are we? That's a lot of people in front of 1,000. No, it's about 2,006, give or take. I'll play in bigger crowds than this, So yeah, it's nice. It's a nice number to have, because if it's too big, then you get elated, like lag, sometimes, and the audience interaction is not as direct, right, as a smaller crowd. You'll be playing in front of your dog in your living room. Oh yeah. Hubba, yeah. Oh, she's lovely. Really sweet girl. Yeah. Howdy, Surfer B. From Boston. Man, Boston. Clam chowder. Yeah. I was at Boston in the '90s, in the early '90s. Went to visit someone in Berkeley. Spent a couple of days there. Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. So let me just remind you guys, if you're interested again in this guitar, this is the Guinevere, the John Cole Signature 2 from She. For those of you who missed the first part, I just did a show with this, and totally love this. This is gonna be like the touring guitar of this year, and you have a discount code if you put in John is Too Loud, and you're gonna have a discount code from the original price of USD 1,003, all right, 1,300. If you are interested in this guitar, just head on down to She Guitars website and email Ray, right, or anyone who's in charge of liaising on email, and hopefully they will reply you as soon as possible. I wonder if this guitar is up yet, so you can take a look at this guitar. Well, it's not, so I'll talk to Ray about it tomorrow. Nope, it's not up yet. It's strange because I thought it's up. No? My Lear guitar is up there, the JK one, the John Cole one. So the John Cole 2 is not up yet. In any case, let me just give you the let me see what they have here. Artist. Okay, they haven't haven't updated anything yet. Okay, so this is the this is a website in case you guys are interested. Can I recommend a nice smaller hollow body guitar with a thick neck? You know what? You could try this guitar that I reviewed a couple of videos back. They're not cheap though, but it's worth to take a look if you have the funds for it. So hold on, let me just give you the brand name. Where is it? Oh no, it went missing. Oh, okay, so it's Nick Huber. You could try checking out their website, and I think they make custom guitars too. So if you're looking for like a semi-solid small one, you can try looking for him, Nick Huber. All right. Like I said, it's not cheap, but he makes really, really nice guitars. Don't mention it, Rick. Don't mention it at all. Your dog deserves the best. Your dog deserves the best guitar. so thirsty. I'm gonna get me another drink. You guys, excuse me for a while. Give me a couple of minutes. This cup is really good. My ice cubes are still there. It didn't melt. You can't tell the dog. Oh. How many dogs do you have, Rick? I have 3 in this house. Crazy. David K. I know Hexstrom do a smaller semi-solid, like a 339, and cheaper as well, about 700. Yeah, you can try that. I bought 3 Gibsons in the last year. Each of them had quality problems. Surf by John, is that a Fender Supersonic behind you on the right? This is a Fender Deluxe Reverb Tone Master. Right? So this is the best investment that I made in a long time. I bought this like somewhere in the middle of last year. No regrets whatsoever. One of the best sounding amps, you know. It works well with the pedals, as you can see. My pedals are hooked up, and most of the sounds that you hear in my reviews, the earlier part where it doesn't get too raunchy, are all from this amp. Reason why I like this amp is because not only does it sound really, really great acoustically, like, you know, with the speakers and everything, but it has, because it's a tone master, it has IRs out, you know, lined out with the speaker simulation, which I didn't use. So, which is really good because it gives you 3 options, like, you know, 1 IR, if I'm not mistaken, like 2 IRs and just a straight line out to whatever you're using, a door. So in this case, I bypass, or rather I did not use the IRs that was provided by this amp. I had it directly out into my interface. It goes into my door, my digital audio workstation, which I have my Line 6 native, and I could just plug in there and then use my IRs there. So in which case I use another sort of a Fender Deluxe speaker simulation, and I could even change it to another speaker simulation if I want to. And I just love how it sounds, you know. It's really a great amp. Just what? Okay, let me just bring this up a little bit. Hold on. What'd you say? I bought a Gibson. Is that a Fender? John sounds like you're in a submarine. Yeah, you're not the only person who said that. Someone asked me once, where's the what you call that? That you know, in a submarine you have this door. What do you call that? What hole? Porthole? No, not pot. What is that? What's that called? I forgot. Yeah, I said, where's the entrance? Right. Rick, just one 13-year-old Italian Greyhound. Oh, lovely dog. I have a 15 Con Terrier right now. He's just sleeping right there, and he's old. He's almost blind. He's diabetic. He has to be injected with insulin twice a day. But he's pretty healthy, you know. He gets by feeding the wall and everything. We had him since he was a puppy, you know. And it was heart-wrenching to see him like that. But, you know, he's a sweetheart. So protective of the family, you know. And then I have what's the name? I forgot. I'm tired, that's why. What's that? What do you call it? A collie, right? A collie. But it's a Shetland collie, and his name is Cody. So the Con Terrier is called Rex. Cody is about 12 or 11, Yeah, and he's been with me since he was a puppy too, and he's a sweetheart, you know. A bit of a drama queen. They're all males anyway, by the way, but he's a bit of a drama queen. You know, whine. You know, now his hips are giving him problems, so he couldn't stand properly, and yeah. But my wife spoils him. Like, you know, she would carry him, but I would try to nudge him along. You know, he needs to get up and exercise, or else, like, you know, his condition is gonna get worse. But he's a sweetheart. You know, all my dogs are sweetheart. And the third one is my daughter's dog. She got divorced about a year and a half or 2 years back, moving back with us with her dog, and it's a calf poo, right? So another sweetheart, you know. He's so super cute, and his name is Reggie, and he misses me, you know, when I was away for this whole week, you know. So when I came back on Sunday, he was with me all the time, and following me everywhere, going around the house, you know. Such a sweetheart. Oh, she's last of the tree. Oh man, Jupiter, you could coat your place in the stuff that cup is made. Will really help with the. I'll probably die of poisoning before that happens. Ah, yeah, yeah, hit spot. Rick, I had a what? A AS 113 by Ibanez, but not a fan of the smallish frets. Yeah. Ashley, can only second what has been said earlier. I have a 339. It's fabulous, easier to wield than the 335. And if you can, try the Epiphone Pro version. As electrics are essentially same as Gibson, right? Periscope. No, no. What you call that? Okay, let me just Google it. There's a name for it. I just forgot the name. Um, airlocks or hatch, right? Pressure airlocks, pressure hatch. Yeah, airlocks. Oh yes, they are, Rick. You know, I lost our first. We lost our first dog years back. It was a heartbreaking incident. You know, I don't know whether you guys want to hear this because it's kind of depression. The kind of depressing. You know, it's tough when they get old. I had two PDs rescue out here. Oh wow. So okay, answer me this, Surfy. Um, People always have this conception of pit bulls as being aggressive, and dangerous. So you have to. What is your experience? What are your experiences? Like Milo here, you know, he takes cares of strays, you know, all kind of strays. He's another animal lover. I know I'm thirsty. I had unagi this evening for dinner. We all lost dogs and cats. Oh yeah, and that's the worst part, losing them. Mm. Raccoons. Wow, that's nice. And you and Owen Crack would get along fine. Yeah, you and Dennis would get along fine. So we had a dog that we rescued, and he's like a cross between a Rottweiler and a Collie. Right, interesting mix. He has black fur, but he's ferocious if he wants to be. Really stout, all in black, But he's a sweetheart. We named him Jack after Jack Sparrow, and he came to us. I think around when he was with us. He was like 7 6 7 years old, maybe more. I don't know. And we took him in. He loved us. We loved him back, fiercely. All right, Rick, you take care. You take care. And he used to be afraid of firecrackers. Now I stay in Singapore, so we have Chinese New Year, and they would like, you know, fire off these firecrackers and stuff like that, and then you have lion dances and all that. He would be afraid of that, and he would like jump up to me, to where I'm sitting on the couch, and he would be shivering all. And it's so funny, right? And I had to comfort him, and he has anxieties, right? So when we leave the house, he will bite off pieces of our furniture, like our TV stands and even our door. He would scratch and he would bite off pieces from the door. I used to get so annoyed by that. I was so angry, but we knew that he was anxious. He didn't want us to leave, but we had to go out, and then we didn't crate him because he was quite a big dog. Uh, Many a times he would come into this room and I'm recording a session, and I would be doing my solo work and everything, and he would scratch the door because he couldn't take the frequency anymore. He just want to get out of his house. He just want to get out of this place, you know. And when he needs to go, right? He's not house trained, so we had to walk him. When he needs to go, he'll call me. He'll just tap on me, and I gotta go. So I'll bring him down for a walk, which is good for me because I get to walk, especially in the middle of the night. He used to go like about 12 a.m., 1 a.m., and then he'd be all right for the whole day until the next day. Now one day, I was recording my guitar, and my door was open. He came in, right? He came in. He sat down here. Jack sat down here, and he looked at me with his eyes. And I looking at him. I said, "What's up, buddy?" And he was looking at me, and I just knew something was not right. He was trying to tell me that he wasn't feeling good, and I said, "Okay, I'll bring you to the vet tomorrow." So we went to the vet the next day. Found out that he has a congestive heart problem. So what's a congestive heart problem? A congestive heart means a heart that is getting bigger. So when the heart is getting bigger, you'll create fluid into the lungs. And basically he's having problem in breathing. We noticed that he was choking sometime, like when he was drinking water, and the vet has to pump up water from his lungs, and it was about 1.5 liters, if I'm not mistaken. Quite a lot of water. No wonder he was suffering, and he felt better then. But the vet told us the bad news that dogs with congestive heart problems don't last long. The medication that will be given to him will probably elevate the problem, probably prolong his life for a while, but it's not going to be a long term healing thing. So we knew about this, and we fed him the medication religiously. He was doing fine. We brought him to the beach and everything, and spent as much time as we could with him as a family. And then I had to go to I had to fly off to Tucson, Arizona for teaching, right? So before I flew up, I decided I was driving then, so I decided to, we drove him to the vet to get new medication, and it just so happens that the vet that was looking after him was not around. There was this female vet, and she recommended another medication for him, which I didn't feel comfortable, but then I had no choice because the original vet wasn't around. On hindsight, I would just told my wife to come back another day when the vet is around. But then the medication was on low supply, and I on hindsight again, I should have just asked for the old medication, but I didn't know better. I trusted the female vet. She gave us a new medication, and so I flew off to Tucson, Arizona. I was supposed to stay in Tucson for a week, 7 days. On the fourth day, I had a call from my wife saying that if Jack is not feeling good. He's not been eating. He was like weak, and he's been throwing up. And I said, "Oh no," And fifth day, nothing from my wife. Sixth day, on the sixth day, she's calling me and says, "I think Jack is waiting for you to come back." That he's waiting for me to come back. That my daughter walks him, right, and he couldn't have any strength to walk any further, so my daughter had to struggle to carry him back. And then my wife told me that he's been vomiting blood, and I said okay. And while I finished, what I was supposed to do, I flew back home. Came back home, and as I opened the door, I saw him in the kitchen. He was just vomited. He just vomited blood, and everything was on the floor, and there's newspaper and everything on the kitchen floor. I walked in. He heard me, and he just wanted to stand up, but he couldn't because his legs couldn't take it. He fell, and I put everything away. I went to the kitchen. I carried him. Everything is so clear in my mind because I love that dog so much. I carried him into the living room where there's a fan blowing, and he just looked up at me, and I could tell that he was glad I was back. And I kind of pat him and say, "Hey, I'm back, Rest, just rest, just sleep." Yeah, and he passed before my eyes, my very eyes. He just went to sleep, and that's it. His poor heart, stopped beating. Yeah, the whole family was around him. We were wailing yeah. We were all so sad. Yeah, and it took us a long time to get over his death. And I couldn't bear to see my kids and my wife feeling so down and depressed. So after about a week or so, I decided to bring them all out to a dog farm. Yeah, and that's how we ended up with Rex, the 15-year-old Crown Terrier. And he made a difference. When he came back to the house, the kids were all bubbly again. They didn't forget Jack. They never did forget Jack. But it helped to elevate the pain a little bit. Yeah. So dogs, I told my wife. Now my wife was telling me, my wife was crying really bad. We were all having depression, I guess, for a couple of days. And she was telling me I don't want to have any more dogs and stuff like that. So I don't know. I mean, I truly believe that dogs are created by God for people who needs love and who needs to love. Maybe not a person, because some people are not able to love or be loved by a person. But dogs are created for people like that, who needs to love and who needs to be loved. And I'm going to tell you another story about Jack. Before we got Jack, our eldest daughter was going through a whole different part of her life. She was cutting herself, cutting herself. She's going through certain pains in her life that she's trying to get in terms with, and it was bad. I tried to help her as much as I could. She went into the gothic phase, like painting her everything black, fingernails and everything. It was hilarious at one time because she would dress like uh, a Victorian banshee to church. But it was worrying at times because I hate to see my daughter like that. When we rescued Jack, she just changed totally. She just came back to the sweet girl that she was. And it was because of Jack. And a lot of credit has to go to Jack because he just loves people. And then there's Marcus, right? Marcus and his brother Nicholas. Marcus is my godson, who is playing guitar right now in tour. You probably see him in some of my videos. And his brother is Nicholas. And Nick is they came to our house to stay one holiday a couple of years back. When they were pretty young. And Nicholas has this fear of dogs because he was chased, nearly bitten by a dog. So he has this phobia of dogs. When he saw Jack, he was like really, really scared. But Jack was so gentle that Jack approached him. And he slowly reached out to Jack and they got along well. And Nicholas didn't have any phobia of dogs anymore. Right now they have dogs in their home in KL. And yeah, and Jack was the middle or shall we call it the catalyst for Nicholas not having a phobia of dogs. So yeah, I miss that old dog. I miss him so much. I wish I could show you a photo of him, but do I have one here? Maybe I do. I don't know. Let's take a look. Maybe I do. I have one in Facebook, I guess. I have a whole lot of photos of him on Facebook because we don't want to forget him. When you see him, when you see his photographs, you will know what I mean, or how beautiful he is. Right. So this is Jack when at his prime. He was so healthy. All right. This is Jack in the earlier days when we were gathering around for a home cell, like a cell group. We were worshiping. That's how he is in his relaxed form. Ain't it beautiful? That's him with my son Luke when he was young. Both of them are really good friends, right? So sometimes my son Luke would get himself into trouble, and I would pretend to discipline Luke, and he will come. Jack will come running and kind of like step in between me and Luke, like to protect, to stop me from punishing Luke. It's so cute. At the same time, when Jack pees in the wrong place or has a little accident, and I'll be that angry and shouting at Jack, and then Luke will come and stand in the middle, trying to defend Jack. They're both best of friends. They took care of each other. Yeah. In any case, oh, you did. Yeah, he's beautiful. Oh, thank you, John. Surfy, all the PDs and mix have been people and cats and dog friendly, but depend on the dog really. I have shepherds that are dog reactive. Oh yeah. I know what you mean. My Shetland collie is sometimes dog reactive. Yeah, doesn't mix well with other dogs sometimes. Some dogs have separation anxiety, and yeah, that's right. Ah, hi. Thanks. Oh, you lost your dog in 2016. Mm. I had to put two of my dogs down the last 7 years. Always hard. You're right. Right. Yeah, dogs. You know. So, what's happening over here in Singapore? We do not have any dealers for Gibson guitars. So as of now, there are still no local dealers that are dealing in Gibson products. So, but there is a Gibson dealer in Malaysia. So hopefully we'll get some of this Gibson stuff being channeled over here. Hopefully, one of the reasons why I wanted to go to London was because I want to check out the new Gibson warehouse, or not warehouse, showroom, right, in London itself. Too bad, maybe later part of the year, I get to visit there. And then, well, I'm still waiting on some guitars from Fujigen, which I'm going to check out right after I come back from this this upcoming trip. Like I said, April is a good month because I'll be concentrating on reviews and again, back again before I go off on tour again. Um, and what else? What else? What else? There are a couple of stuff happening. Like there's a new outlet opening soon, a new music store or music outlet. Not a new music shop. It's been around for years, and they're opening a new outlet in a central part of Singapore. So that's kind of interesting, and we'll see what happens. Yeah. So, what are you guys up to lately? Hey Todd, was it what dog do you have? The dog that you lost. Hmm. Okay. I just got his email. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens. There are a couple of guitars coming my way, so pretty excited about it. So we'll see what happens. Are you guys lagged or what? Or is everybody like really quiet? Okay, what time is it? It's about 2. It's about 2 hours from now. Um, if there's nothing else, I will call it a night, and then I'll see you when I come back on the 30th. Where we have another live stream next week on next Sunday. Yeah, we're on at the same time. Oh, really? Hills of Eternity. Where you from? Todd, my oh beagle. I love beagles. They're so active. They're a bit too active for for my house. Yeah, but they're lovely dogs. Yeah. You know, Marcus and Nick, my godson Marcus. Yeah, in the end, they had a beagle. They had a beagle. The first one who died after a couple of years because of, if I'm not mistaken, cancer or something like that. Now they have another one. Yeah, and a female one. So yeah, she also has problems, but yeah, she's doing all right now. Yeah, and they love beagles, and it's good for them because they stay in Malaysia or landed property, so there are like forests and stuff like that. You know, they can go trekking, hiking, and they bring along their dog. You know. Milo, just hold on. Let me just give you an email again, another email so you can try this. Just give me a second. Oh no, it's the same. It's the same email that was sent, right? So yeah. In that case, I'll let Ray know tomorrow. So, is Jeffrey still around? Jeffrey, are you still around, or have you gone to bed? All right. So there's nothing much. I'm gonna call it a night. All right. I was still coughing a little bit. So it's better now. But I can't sleep in an air-conditioned room just yet. So I want to tell you guys something, but I just forgot. What is it? Mm, mm. Right. So there's this thing about musicians at in general. I know some of you guys are like amateurs and but I know some of you guys out there are like professional musicians. So all these reviews that you see in my channel, they are meant for everyone, not just a fixed group of people. So I try to create as much content that is useful for guys, for guitar players, And sometimes it comes to the point where you guys will be wondering, do these companies pay John a lot to say all the good things and sound so good on their reviews, on their on his videos? Every guitar sounds great. Okay, so I'm gonna put it right out in the open. I don't get paid by them. I never did get paid by any one of them. Be it Harley Benton, be it James Tyler, be it Fender, Martin. I never got a single cent from them. All right, so that's not how I work. That will never be the way I work. Well, I'm not one who refuses money, right? I believe I'm to be paid what I'm worth, but I generally play this guitar because I personally want to experience how it sounds and plays like, you know. And of course, Harley Benton sends me this guitar for me to do and deal with whatever I want to sell them or to keep them. So I guess that's part of, if you consider payment, yeah. But in terms of monetary payment from these companies, no, I have none from them, even though some of them did offer. But that would more or less be kind of biased in a way, because then, in the back of my mind, I'm paid for this, so it's best that I do a good review of it, and not say any flaws. Now again, the reason why you don't see me talking about the flaws in some of this review is because if there are really like major flaws in the guitar, I would never review them. That's one of the conditions that I gave to all these people that provides me with guitars. That if these guitars are really not good, I would not review them, because why put a bad thing out there? I'm not one of those guys who get a really cheap guitar and says all sorts of stuff about the guitar and how bad it is. Nobody wants to hear that. And being a guitar player, I have to be versatile enough to like play on any guitar, and if a guitar feels good, sounds good, looks good, it's good. That's me. I have always been that way. I'm not a brand chaser. I'm not a guitar snob. I hate guitar snobs, right? Oh, okay. Let me rephrase that. I don't hate guitar snobs. I just don't like them. Okay. Hate is such a powerful word, I appreciate great workmanship. I appreciate good materials, be it frets, fretwork, pickups, electronics, whatever, tuning mechanism, tremolo bridges. I appreciate the good workmanship, the good quality materials that have been used in higher price guitars, and that's it. I don't go for brand. I'm not really interested in whether it's a James Tyler or a Sir or Tom Edison or LSL or whatever guitars you can think of, the exotic, for example. But if a guitar is made in such a way that is well made, the quality is there, the playability is there, hey, it's a guitar that's worth reviewing. Maybe not a guitar that I would buy because of the color. I don't know. Maybe because of the sound, which is good, but not what I was looking for. But it's a good guitar, so then henceforth the review. So I hope I got this clear off the bat, so that you guys won't be wondering, whether John gets paid like a lot from these guitar companies. If I do get paid by all these guitar companies after doing like 5 years of YouTube, I probably have a lot of money on hand. I probably won't be staying in this crappy little small little room. Well, they're not crap. This room is not crappy at all. I love this room so much. It has this certain feel about it. I've been making music in this room for like decades. All right, I've been here in this house for 32 years. All right, so this room has a lot of history, musical history. Yeah, so that's it. I just want to say what I had to say. Yeah, take care, Sophie. Alright, so that's all I want to do. I'll see you when I see you. In the meantime, you guys please take care of yourself. Stay healthy. Yeah, stay healthy. And may God bless you in whatever you are doing, and whatever you will do, and where you are going. Alright, may God protect you and your family. Alright, in Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Okay, so I gotta go. Alright, I'm gonna play my guitar just a little bit more before I head off to bed. I would post pictures. I'm trying to find a way to do live streaming while I'm away. Alright, I'm trying to find a way, so I need to get my equipment together. Probably need some new equipment. I just downloaded an app, which is pretty interesting. That's from recommended by Yin Long of City Music. He's at the top of his game when it comes to all this, so I'm giving it a try. Right? Oh, you guys are here. I didn't see you guys. You guys are so quiet. You guys just came out of woodwork. Hey. Thank you, Memo. Thank you, Paul. Hey, Kapatis, you just came? I'm going off right now, right? So, Milo, good night. All right, Sophie, good night. I'll see you guys soon. Okay, bye bye.